Booyakasha, how do you do? We're on our way to this Waterloo, University of Waterloo?
Yep.
University of Waterloo New Year celebration gala show, thingamajiggy. Anyways, it's going to be an illusion show. It's going to be we're going to make magic great again.
Yep. We're super enthusiastic about performing tonight. Can't explain how excited we are.
Yeah, what he said. We're just out here in a cafe, having a great time before the show actually calms down, right? Our stagehand assistant, as you can see, is very enthusiastic. He's very energetic. Anyways,
yeah, this is actually a very
great person.
Yeah, huge
best assistant that you will ever find in Toronto, North York region.
At this specific address. No, but this is actually a really interesting cafe we're at. They have it's like a board game cafe. Don't know if we got the shot there, but they have like a whole bunch of board games you can select from. It's actually really interesting.
You might wonder why we need to go to a cafe before our show, because we need some coffee. Coffee is the juice for life.
Yes.
Anyways, we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about on the road. Yes, performers on the road always run into issues like where do you have to stay overnight. Like last night, we actually booked an Airbnb room, and
probably the sketchiest one we've ever seen. It looked like a place where they would have somebody chained to the wall in the basement.
No, just the basement though. Like the top floor is really nice.
The top floor was nice.
Right. Just the basement looks like some suspenseful movie or thriller scene. But yeah, once you travel a lot, you sort of get used to being on the road a lot, and it's part of your life. And every time you visit a new place, it feels like an adventure. Does it feel like an adventure?
Adventure, yeah.
Sometimes.
Definitely. It's always different. It keeps, I don't know, it keeps you entertained, I guess, because it's always different.
Yeah, it's part of your life as a performer. So yeah. What are we gonna do today?
We're gonna perform.
No, I mean like the show. Oh yeah, Russian roulette.
Yeah, we're going to be doing Russian roulette. We're going to be doing kind of a pickpocketing-esque routine as well.
Yeah, kind of ish. We're presenting it as a pickpocketing technique. Speak of which, we're also going to talk about mentalism. So Matthew is a mentalist, and he's going to tell you more about the difference between mentalism and conjuring.
Mentalism is essentially creating the experience of having psychic abilities like reading minds, clairvoyance, telekinesis, etc., whereas conjuring is more making things appear, vanish, more on the visual spectrum of things.
They try to create the experience of having psychic ability. Like
that's mentalist.
Yeah, that's what mentalism is.
Yes.
Just clarifying.
Yeah, but yeah, it's very different, and it has more of a. When it comes to mentalism, it has more of a real perspective to it.
Right, and you also have to study some psychology. Do you study psychology?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhat. Like, what's the...
To an extent, yes.
How do you tell if someone's lying? Like, give me some tips.
It depends. Like, for example, everyone has different tells. Some people, when they're telling the truth, if they're remembering a real memory, they'll look up one way. There's things in neurolinguistic programming where they say their eyes will go up to the right or to the left. What I've found, that's not always 100% accurate. Sometimes people switch it up, but they still have little ticks. Some people will raise their hand when they're lying. You need to look for those small things. I find for most people it's very different.
What about like body language? Like, for instance,
that is body language. People they have a small tick. Sometimes it'll be people raising their hand up just a little bit, almost like covering the mouth. For some people, their eyes will shift different ways if they're telling a lie. You need to get a base. You need to look how they react when they're telling the truth. Get a base of that and.
See, what he just mentioned are tales that you can pick up on when people is lying. So you just made yourself a lie detector. All right? Let us know what you think. Comment and subscribe. If you have any experience being on the road a lot, also remember to let us know what your story is.
Yeah, tell us your story, and maybe next time we'll share it.